Assalamu alaikum from Thailand right now, and if you are my first visitor, you are watching this video for the first time, I would suggest to like and subscribe my YouTube channel because I upload a lot of great content regarding traveling, and this time I'm uploading a content regarding Thailand. So I would suggest you guys to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe my YouTube channel to get the future updates. So Land of Smile, Thailand. There is a lot of opportunity in this land. It's not just for tourists. You can actually come in here. You can start your own business. In 2025, Thailand have launched a lot of good initiatives for Pakistani people that we can utilize. One of the top thing is they allowed Pakistani citizens to apply e-visa. Before, you have to get the sticker visa from Thai embassy. Now it's no longer the option. Now you can get directly e-visa by going to the website and you can apply it yourself. Now you don't need to involve any agent, you don't need to involve anybody. Just make sure follow all the instructions I put in the video. You can check my previous video which have all the instructions that you need to cover this. And this video is launched on February 2025, so it's pretty much updated information. Whatever I will give it to you, I will tell you exactly how you can open a company in Thailand as a foreigner in 2025. Thailand have a lot of tourists, a lot of opportunities. It's called Land of Smiles. Many people come here as a tourist and they end up asking to remain here for 10 years or 20 years sometimes. So if you want to stay in Thailand for a long time as well, I have released one more video for long-term visas. As a Pakistani, very easily you can get a visa from any other country for Thailand by following my previous video. Now I am not a lawyer. Whatever information I will give it to you as a foreigner, as my own personal experience. This is not something that I'm going to be saying without proof or without anything else. I will tell you exactly website sources, links, as well as whatever proof I have to show you guys that how much exactly it costs and how to do it, how to register it for yourself and with minimal cost. And the third thing is what kind of documentation you need in Thailand. Let's dive into the first process. So these are the preliminary requirements that we need to consider before we can actually open a company in Thailand. The first thing is how big is going to be your company? Do you need a company for 5 people, 10 people, or 100 people? It all depends upon what kind of business do you want to open in Thailand. Depending upon that, you need to consider that how business is going to get divided. So in Thailand, every kind of business that is going to get divided can maximum be divided. 49% of the business can be owned by a foreigner. Unless that foreigner is American, they actually need a special permission letter from the LLC or from the company which is registered already outside of the country or in America to open his independent company in Thailand. But again, this is very limited that you can actually own your own 100% company in Thailand. You can actually check on their website or consult with a lawyer. But for Pakistani people, you can only own 49% of the company, and 51% of the company is owned by Thai people. So you have to find yourself a Thai partner. So a Thai partner can be a local person, a Thai partner can be a wife, a girlfriend, a friend, anyone who is locally available and they have registered Thai card and they are over 18. They can register themselves as your business partner and they will actually own 51% of the company. The second requirement is, which is very important, is that the company you are going to start, how much is it going to cost? So in this case, you have to have in the document, not in your account, you have to show in the document at least 2 million Thai baht. You have to say that I am going to invest or I am going to invest per year. This is my capital that I will be maximum investing in my business in Thailand. And again, this is not something that you have to invest yourself, but this is something that you just have to tell that this is the maximum amount that I am going to spend on this particular business in a year. So depending upon that, you can actually have one foreigner partner in your company as a percentage partner. So percentage partners are called directors. So let's say if you have 2 partners, and one of them is a foreigner, and one of them is a Thai partner. So Thai partner will be owning 51% of the company, and the other one will be owning 49% of the company. You can divide 49% of the company amongst multiple foreigners, and multiple foreigners can own different percentages from 49%. So, but the number of foreigners that you will be including in that 49% actually get multiplied by 2 million baht. So if you say, okay, I'm going to put 2 million baht as an investment for my company, then you actually can only have one foreigner in your company as a director. And if you want 2 foreigners, then you have to show 4 million baht company. If you want to show 3, then it comes down to 6 million baht company, and so on and so forth. It all depend down on what capital you show in your documentation, and your tax by the end of the year is actually calculated on based on that. Let's get down to the next step. What is going to be the name of your company? So name of the company is very important. In Thailand, you can launch a private limited company like this. Let's say my company name is ABC. So abc.co.ltd. You will open yourself a limited company if you are opening as Pakistani, but you can actually open different kind of company as well. With my personal experience, a private limited company are the best options to sponsor themselves later on in future for the visa and for work permit. So this is one of the requirements. Reserve a name for the company. So reservation name for the company is done by Department of Business Registration website, which is DBD website. This is official website for every kind of business in Thailand. Any kind of business you can verify in this website. If that business is legal, then their name should be over there. And if you want to register your company, this is the first step. You have to go to the DBD website and reserve a name yourself, which is going to cost you around 50, 100 or maximum 200 baht, not more than that. But obviously you have to have 2 names, English as well as Thai name. Now it comes down to have yourself a MOA. MOA is Memorandum of Association document, which is actually in simple words is your shareholder document. What people are involved in this business, high directors in this business, how you are going to be divided into percentage, and what's your name, what's your passport number, your address, and things like these. So which is very important. All the things have to be over there in that document. If you really want a complete detail of a company from somebody, this is one of the documents that is like you can say blueprint of the company. So MOA is something that can only be done by a legal entity, so you will actually have to hire a lawyer to do it, and it should not cost you more than 5 to 6,000 Thai baht as a legal fees. You have to have this document signed and approved by lawyer, because this is a requirement. Like this, you have to have a completed MOA letter with you. Thai directors that are appointed Thai directors, which of them have signature authority. You can actually appoint a specific number of people to have a signature authority, that these Thai director's signature must be done before any official order from the company. And another thing that we need to have is article of association, which is some kind of official document. You can check online. It's not that hard to find. It's a formal document. You have to write, but all these documents needs to be translated both in Thai as well as in English before you submit these documents. So you need to have a proper translation done by a lawyer or by somebody from the lawyer chamber, and you have to hire those people, which is going to cost you again almost per document translation costs you around 1,000 to 2,000 Thai baht. So make sure to negotiate and check which lawyer or which person can do this for you. You have to have all these documents with you, as well as all the directors and shareholders passports or ID cards with you before you can take the next steps. So let's go towards the next step. Again, before we move down to the next step, we need to have one more thing, which is address. So address of the company is very important. This actually costs you money, because address needs to be in an official place. It's either needs to be in like an office space, which is official shop house, or official place which can be registered as an office. And this must need to be a proper office space where you can actually take your photos, you can take your proof of that you actually have your company when you are about to register for in future for your visa or for your work permit, that okay, you actually own this and this place actually exists. You cannot just simply put burn down apartment or something like this as your company address. No, you need to have a proper address, either a virtual office or either an office, co-working space, anything which you can find. And almost the space cost is minimal space cost is around 3000 baht, and maximum it goes up to anything around 100,000 baht. But minimum you can find a space for 3000 baht in Bangkok as a co-working space you can find, and register that space as your personal company office address. So let's move down to the next step. Now the next step is actually kind of like a meeting and minutes of meeting document that you will be designing. Department of Business Registration wants all Thai directors and auditors as well as shareholders to have one final meeting before they can actually start a company, where auditors will be deciding that which person is going to be the signature authority and which person will be the Thai directors. That will be decided by shareholders. There can be multiple shareholders, but there can only be few Thai directors. So you have to appoint Thai directors in that meeting, and all of that meeting must be recorded documentally in minutes of meeting document, which you will be submitting later on, that okay, this person is decided as an auditor, this person is decided as a shareholder, this person is decided as a Thai director, and this person is decided as a foreign director, and this person is decided as an signatory authority. So all of these people must be mentioned in your minutes of meeting document, MOM, which you will be submitting with your all the documents that you have. And before this meeting, you must have your MOA, which is Memorandum of Association document, approved by the notary or by the lawyer association first. It must be approved, and your article of association must be mentioned in your MOM document. So this is very important, this is very keen information. If you don't want to deal with all of this, then a simple lawyer, you can hire a lawyer to do this, and they can actually prepare an MOM document for you, simply mentioning all the directors and all these people. You don't have to mention any one of them yourself. So let's move down to the next one. If you have all these information now, congratulations. Now you have to go yourself to Ministry of Commerce department, which is in the DBD building, and you have to submit all these documents yourself or with the help of lawyer, which eventually can cost you, the legal fees for this is 5,500 minimum for the smallest company. For the maximum fees is around 200,000 Thai baht. So it's not going to cost you more than that as a legal fees, and you have to submit all the documents yourself. The processing time takes around like couple of days to almost weeks, but it's not going to be more than a month. So let's say a month it's going to take for you to register a company in Thailand, maximum, not more than that. So let's go down to the next part. What happens when you actually have a company in Thailand? What are the things that are required? So now you have a company, and you can actually check your company name on the DBD website, and your company is appearing. Actually it takes some more time to appear on the company website, but again, if it's registered, you will receive a final document in your company address, and that your company is approved. Now to do is you need to register yourself a post registration tax identification number. So tax identification number, which is TID, and verification VAT. So TID and VAT is required to be registered. So what are the steps to register these two? Because without these two, you can no longer register any kind of visa, any kind of benefits that company have. That is the main reason why you actually started a company. In most cases, people do company because of the benefits that comes down with it. So let's get down how you can get these two: TID, which is tax identification number, and VAT. You need to take your certificate that you got for the company, and you need to go to Department of Revenue, and yourself you can actually get a VAT as well as TID free of charge. You just need to submit your documents. It's not going to cost you more than 100 or 200 bahts for copies and all this. But again, official government fees is not revealed at that time. You can actually check, but it's not that much. It's not gonna cost you more than couple of hundred baht. So you can check and get free of charge. No lawyer required if you have company certificate yourself now. So just go to the Department of Revenue and get yourself registered TID as well as VAT, because this will be required later on when you will do the next procedure in your company registration and documentation. Next step. So now you have a company, now you have your TID, now you have VAT. You need to hire employees, and this is actually mandatory. This is required that you need to register your social security registration for your employee, because every Thai person here which you are going to hire in future or during the company, they get a benefit from that social security. That is the actually tax you will be paying later on, and they will be paying as well. So you need to register a social security for this purpose. The minimum requirement as of today right now is to have at least 4 Thai people to have in your company. This is the minimum requirement that you need to fulfill. A number of people that you should register if you really want to have no problem with your visa or no problem with the social security. So 4 people, Thai people, you have to show in your company as an employee. So here you actually start hiring people, and if you want to open a company, then you obviously you have to hire some people, and those people will be actually, you get their ID card, you collect all the documents, and then you go to the social security office yourself, and then you start with the process of registering the social security for them as well as for your company. Those employees will be linked in the start with your company, and later on in future, if somebody get fired or hired, you can remove those, and you have to add the new employee as well. But minimum people that are required is 4 Thai people you need to have in your company before any other process can start with the social security. So if you plan to hire anybody in future, if you are not planning to hire anybody, still you have to have a mandatory social security registration in the start. And now it comes down to legal requirement, which is having a work permit. Obviously you are a foreigner, so you need to have a work permit to work in Thailand. So as a foreigner registered as a director or shareholder, then you can have a work permit legally from your own company name. So what you need to do is you need to go to Department of Labor as well as the Ministry of Labor. You have to go over there and you have to get yourself a work permit. You have to submit all the documents that you have regarding your company, all the previous documents I mentioned, all the copies in Thai as well as in English are required, and you need to share your current visa status with them and your passport copy and everything, which is the government fees is going to cost you around 5 to 8,000 Thai baht to register this whole process. It's not going to cost you more than that, it's going to cost you less than that if you register it yourself. Then if you register it with the help of lawyer or somebody else, then it's going to cost you differently. But again, this is the procedure and this is the step that you need to follow, so you can have a minimal cost and you can actually register your work permit for yourself. Later on, it's going to help you with the visa process and with all the other processes that you need. And to register this, you must have all the previous documentation that I asked before. So now you have work permit, now you have all the documentation that you need. Now you need to start your actual business. Let's say if your business is restaurant, your business is any kind of shop, or your business is factory, anything, then you need to have an appropriate license for that as well. So this is one of the requirements before you actually open your shop, before you actually open your business legally. You actually need to have yourself a license, and all these licenses are linked with import and export license as well. So import and export license is something that you need to have before you can actually start some kind of business as any kind of product locally in Thailand. So this is something that is required, and import and export license costs around 10,000 Thai baht that you need to have, and all the other licenses fees are separately. I can make another video if it is requested, but if it's restaurant, it have separate fees. Anything legal or cannabis, something like this, then it's something different. So all these licenses cost differently, so you need to apply for a particular kind of license yourself or from your lawyer. So this is something is required as well. Then again, it does not cost this much. If we say for registering a name, it costs around 50 to 100 Thai baht. To have a lawyer for MOA or partners document, it can cost around 2,000 Thai baht to 5,000 Thai baht, and for company registration it costs around 5,500 Thai baht to 200,000 Thai baht. With the work permit and all that can cost from 3,000 Thai baht to 5,000 up to 8,000 Thai baht. It all depends upon what's your company size, how much you want to actually spend, how much you are willing to grow in that company. Additional costs can be add up right now. People use legal services, people use official lawyers, people use official kind of services from visa agents and other lawyers who can actually cost you more than what it is right now. So I have seen people spend almost 100,000 Thai baht to almost 300,000 Thai baht to just register a company and a small company, to make sure that this process is fast and this process is getting finished in less than 5 days or less than 10 days, just because their visa is expiring. It all come down to what kind of legal personality you are actually involving in your case. So again, this is just the minimal cost that I just mentioned, which is required legally for you to have register your own company in Thailand. And how you exactly can open it, it's up to you now, that either you want to open it through legal help or by yourself. So it's up to you. I would suggest learn more regarding the DBD website. They have a lot of information which is already mentioned over there for free, and you can go through that official website. They have their original rates which is mentioned in their website, that how much exactly each of the step cost, and you can get exact rates over there. I have seen many people scam here, and again, every country have scammers. Actually, my friend got scammed for almost 500,000 Thai baht to just register a company. And then I recommended him one of the very trusted company that I know. I would suggest you to go visit them as well, and they are very good. They do very good service. You can check their Instagram page. You can message them, and they have all these kind of services, visa services as well as other kind of services. You can request from them, and they are trusted. See you down with the next video. Please subscribe and like and follow, and make sure to comment what kind of next content you want. If you want any other suggestion, if you think that I did something wrong, or if I said something wrong in the video, let me know in the comments in the next video. Bye.